Hey there, YouTube followers. This is Michael of Painting War Games, and so this is going to be a channel update. It's just me talking about what has been going on with me outside of wargaming and my painting projects. So in my last video, I had talked about there are some things going on that I wanted to sort of keep close to the chest, and now that they have come to fruition, I'm going to be able to talk about them. I have been looking for a new job for the better part of 3 months now. I'm working part time as a stock guy at Restoration Hardware, and the promise was that I would get to full time and become the warehouse manager there. That has not been fulfilled. That promise had not happened, and the guy who hired me, the previous store manager, quit and left the company. Upon his leaving, I decided to obviously go looking for a new job. Still working part time there. It's been around 10 to 20 hours a week. It's not really paying the bills. We got to protect our own selves. And with that said, I had been actively seeking employment, a full time position, a management position, because I believe that I am of manager quality. I have management background. I even applied to become the manager at my current job at Restoration Hardware. But their reasons were that they felt I wasn't ready, and they felt I wasn't ready and capable of the job just yet. Needless to say, I had an interview yesterday. It went very well with a company here in St. Louis, and I got the job offer today. It's more hours, it's better pay, it's a little bit further out. It's instead of a 20-minute drive, it's about a 30 to 45-minute drive depending on traffic. I'm okay with that, considering it's obviously more pay and more hours. Some of you guys might not know, I had a personal setback in my life going on 2 years ago or 3 years ago. My stepdad had came down with leukemia, and I was asked to come home and to be more at home, just for his needs, and I left the best paying job of my life to do that. And now I'm in the position to get back to that level of that. This job will put me back at that level, if not at a higher level, and that's what I've been looking for a while. This job, it's a 9 to 5 job, so it's a 9 to 5 job, Monday through Saturday. So I'm gonna have Sundays off to produce videos and actually go wargaming because the club is open on Sundays. So that will be my day where I participate in 40K a lot more. And hopefully, one day I'll have one day off between Monday through Saturday to war game and really do stuff. So I'll have my evenings free, which is a plus. Right now I'm currently working evenings, and I'm not working during the day, but the club isn't open Monday and Tuesdays, and it's Wednesday through Sunday, and it's really the guys really show up in the evening, so I'll be able to get there in the evenings and game, and plus getting back to that pay grade, I will be able to buy more models. As I am currently working, and I'm going to turn on the light here. I am currently working on this Tyranid model, the Carnifex. This is the purple one, guys, that I've had such a trouble working on, and I have really put in some progress and got some ideas going for it. So that's him. I do have the other Carnifex model done, weapon and base. Or I don't like to base my models, but this one, they'll all get based eventually. But yeah, that's the Carnifex in the new model. So this is very good. I really like this color scheme. I'm probably going to go with this color scheme as my main Tyranid theme. I had just started out with this guy with the purple and the black, so that's how he is turning out. And I like the other one. I did gloss, or I dry brushed the black parts pink, and then I gloss it over. I like how that brings out the Tyranid models. It's like, okay, it's very alien looking. So I'm working on him. He's going to have the same weapon loadout as the other one. I do not have a base for this guy. I'm going to acquire one probably here off eBay in the near future as soon as I get done with him. And this is going to be a very good thing for me, guys, because it will allow me to really delve into 40K a lot more. As my current situation, I just don't have the resources really to go out and buy a lot of models and get to go full bore into the hobby as much as I'd like to. Particularly said with I have sort of taken a back burner on fantasy because of the rumors of 9th edition, and the guy who runs my local Games Workshop has really just said, hey, I don't mean to tell you not to buy it, but let's just wait until 9th edition launches. Let's see where it's at, and we'll get you going then. And I really appreciate that because I do like the models. I am going to paint what I have. It's just, how do I go further? I might not like Warriors of Chaos like the Chariots, which I really doubt, or the Cavalry. I really doubt that these guys will be bad, but you never know. So yeah, that's what is happening. I actually start my new job tomorrow. I'm going to be working part-time there while I transition out of my other job. Just a word of advice to the people who view this: always give your 2-week notice, unless your job has really burned you, and you have really it's obvious that they don't want you there, and they've been sticking it to you. Always try to give them a 2-week notice. That way you don't burn any bridges. Unless you feel those bridges need to be burned, and go right ahead. But I am of the notion that you try not to burn bridges, because you may never know what life deals you, and you might have to fall back on something. And if you burn those bridges, those people aren't likely to catch you on your way down. So, yeah, good news for me. Good news for the channel. I have been itching to want to get the Tyranid Codex. With this new job, I will have a great deal of finance available for me to do that, which will help me out. I want to get the Tyranid Codex so I know what I'm actually building. For some reason, I have the itch for the bugs right now. I know I really want to play Blood Angels, Sun Fierce. Their Codex is really good, in my opinion. I would almost say it's arguably better than Necron Codex if you build it to the Force Org chart how they have it, so that way you get the Red Thirst and some of those benefits. Not to say Necrons are bad, it's just I think Blood Angels will perform overall better. They just have more options. Tyranids, I don't know how they are. I love the bugs. This is my third incarnation of them, or my third attack at them, and I'm really enjoying painting them. I mean, I definitely see a Trigon in the near future coming my way, because that is my favorite model to build and to paint out of all the GW models I've ever built and paint. And I have built pretty much everything out of the Space Marine model except for the Space Marine line, except for Centurions and a lot of the HQs I never really got into. But as far as blobs of models, I have pretty much painted them all, or I built and painted them all. As far as Space Marines, Necrons, yes, I've built and painted a lot of them. I think there's still the little fast attack bike things, Wraith Blades or something. I can't remember. It's not Wraith. It's not Canaptic Race, and it's not Destroyers. It's the other fast attack. Monolith I haven't built. Their troop transport I haven't built, but Necrons I've gotten a pretty good feel for. Tyranids I have built every single model that they have except for the new ones they launched this year, which is that Exocrine, or the Exocrine thing. I haven't built any Venom Thropes because the models were crap back then, but I'm going to get into them now because you get the Zone Thrope, Venom Thrope combo. And then I had made my own Harpy, so that Harpy model I'm familiar with. It looks very similar. It's the new models they pumped out with the Codex that I haven't built yet, but I'm going to. The Flyrant, the Flying Hive Tyrant, that was never a thing back when I was playing them, so I'll knowing me, I'll get a flying hive tyrant at some point. So yeah, orcs, I still have those. I have not even looked at them. They're in a box in the other room. I keep my models in these clear um, boxes now that are amazing looking. They're clear shoe boxes that don't allow dust in, and I can see the models and they show off very well. I'm thinking about putting a magnet sheet underneath and magnetizing all the bases so that way they can just stick in there. Sorry guys, I had to read a text message real quick. But yeah, there's good things, good times are happening. I weathered the storm of uncertainty. I had been on some interviews. I had taken some psychiatric evals with the heating and air conditioning companies, and those I had never been really pushed that far. Like psych tests or psychiatric tests for jobs are really interesting. They ask you questions multiple different ways. And me, of a person that has Asperger's syndrome, it is very confusing sometimes. And there's another text message. Without fail, guys, right? I start recording a video and this thing decides it wants to blow up. So, yeah, I have Asperger's syndrome. That's something I'm really cool with. I love painting. Painting makes me happy. If that helps calm me down. It's a focus. So, yeah, the more I can play 40K, the better I think I'll be. Take 9 hiatus for a little bit over a year. It was definitely well needed. I do regret selling my Salamander army because it had the tools needed. That was my toolkit. That was the army I could always go back to learn new rules and all that. And that's what I'm going to use Blood Angels for, as a means to learn 7th edition. Necrons, I could still do that, but I like the psychic phase from what I understand of it. I really want to get into it. I'm waiting for Lord Mephiston to become available on GW's website. As soon as he does, I'm going to go to the local shop and order him. And, he's going to be a part of the Blood Angel army. He is the one character HQ that I really like out of the Blood Angels. Sad that I don't really care for much of them. I think, I'm trying to remember the name. It's the priest, the blood priest or something that gives them feel no pain. That's a great model. I'll have them I will have one of them in my my Death Company unit because they're going to be 15 strong, and I'd like to give them feel no pain. That way they can get up and make the hurt. I'm really sort of oriented in a fast attack type of an army with drop pods and speeders and jump infantry or Death Company. I don't like Assault Marines that well, but they're still good. I'm going to be getting into them, just see how they go. I did have a variant of the Vanguard Veterans that I had mapped out, and it came out to be 60 points a guy. It's Vanguard Veteran with Jump Pack, Storm Shield, and Thunderhammer, because you can give the whole squad them. So there's 60 points a guy decked out, to the max, which is really cool, but it's impractical. Like, that's an Apocalypse-only formation, I think. Like, I'm going to have one 10-man squad at 600 points. I don't even think it'd be great for Apocalypse. You have a jump. Well, I mean, it would be really cool because you have a 3+ invulnerable save. But the same token is they're 60 points a guy. Once, in my opinion, you breach that 32 to 40 point bracket of upgrades, like, Vanguard Veterans are like 20 or 19 or 20 points a guy. So once you reach like 10 or 20 points of upgrades, they're becoming a liability for your army. But that's just my opinion. I could be wrong. Maybe you guys have been playing Vanguard Veterans with Storm Shield, Thunderhammers, and Jetpacks, and they work great. If you have, let me know. Leave a comment below. But if not, guys, this is a good change for me. This is what I needed. I'm still a little nervous about going into work tonight and telling them, hey, I'm putting in my 2 weeks because they have a really big sale starting in 2 weeks, and I was one of their top guys that was going to get full time during it. but I need consistent hours. I can't be flip flopping a lot of things. A lot of people need consistency on their hours and their pay, so that way they can plan for their bills and expenses to come, and that's what I need. Particularly with my brother getting married here at the end of June, so I need something very consistent. So, all right, guys, I'm sorry to take up your time. This is going to go 15 plus minutes. I'm really sorry, but thank you guys for hanging in there with me. I'm sorry for the inconsistency of videos. Um, Again, just this job hunting thing had been beating me up. There was a lot of failures along the way, but now I've succeeded and I got what I wanted, and I'm very happy and I'm very blessed by that. So, all right, guys, this is Michael of Painting War Games. I'm signing out, and as always, keep gaming.